Alright, I have arrived in Budapest. I am staying in the Pest side. Used to be two cities and they made it into one. I'm only here for 2 days, so I don't have much of a plan, but basically want to do all the things I didn't do last time. First up is I'm going to the Buda Castle. Bit of a walk through town to get there.
If you wanted to get there quicker, you can get the subway across town, where if you take the M1 line, you would be on the oldest subway line in continental Europe, which was opened in 1896.
One thing I've noticed, I don't know if it's just me being unlucky or lucky, ticket inspectors are red hot on tickets here. In like 36 hours I've seen them 3 times on trams and trains. I haven't been on a bus, so I don't know about buses, but make sure you get a ticket. It's like $10, 10 Australian dollars for 24 hours. So it's, yeah, no reason to not get a ticket really.
The subway though won't get you all the way there. The castle is located on top of the aptly named Castle Hill, named after the hit song by Ed Sheeran. Instead of a taxi to get all the way up the top, I used my keen sense of direction to walk up the hill and find that castle.
Who'd have thought you have to walk up so many steps to get to the castle on the hill? That's Buda Castle. It's bloody hot. Alright, I finally made it to the top of Buda Castle. Only on the back side at the moment, but some good views of the back already. This looks like the right way.
Whilst up at the castle, you can go inside, you can go into museums, art galleries, there's tours of the whole place, tours of the history, there's caves underneath that you can do a tour of. There's lots of things to do, not just the views. So you can spend as little or as much time as you want up here.
Found my way to the front of the castle, where all the nice views are on this side. And where all the tourists are. I hate tourists. They get in the way of everything. They can view the Parliament back there. You got the bridges and the rest of Budapest. Alright, that's enough for Buda Castle. I didn't go in because I'm not that interested in the insides and reading all the stuff and looking at paintings and that. So I stuck to the outside and just looked at the views of the city, which was very nice. Glad I did it. That's a big tick off my list. Now it is done. And we're on to the next one. This is their parliament. I mean, it's one of the more impressive parliaments you'll come across.
40 million bricks, 30,000 cubic metres of carved stone, 260 statues, 29 entrances, 14 lifts, hundreds of offices, 3 kilometres of red carpet, and a tour that you have to book in advance.
Shit, the ground just started spraying at me. Alright, that's cool. That parliament doesn't do that. I'm going to try and go inside, but I think you might need a tour. But I'm going to go through the mist because it's still 32 degrees. At 5:30 in the afternoon. Alright, I got woken up early this morning because my air conditioning stopped working. It's controlled by the hotel. They possibly turned it off to save power. Anyway, come out. I'm going to catch a train. Tram. Apparently route number 2 or tram number 2 is one of the most scenic in the world. So I'm going to give that a go.
The tram runs north to south and south to north along the Danube River on the Pest side of Budapest. Along the way you'll see the sights such as the Chain Bridge, Buda Castle, the shoes on the Danube, the National Theatre, and of course the Hungarian Parliament. You can take the tram for a couple dollars, and it's the perfect way to see a lot in a very short amount of time.
Then I went on a walking tour. Walking tour went around all the squares, all the statues and stuff like that. Learned a bit of history about Budapest and Buda and Pest.
If you've seen any of my videos before, you know I recommend these free walking tours in pretty much every city I go to, and this one's no different. Very informative, very relaxed, and very affordable. You pay whatever you want, you pay whatever you think the tour is worth, and you get a great understanding of the city. It's a perfect way to get a basic knowledge of any city you go to. Just Google free walking tour and whatever city you're in, and you'll find one. Hopefully.
Going up the top of St. Stephen's Basilica to get some good views of Budapest. Saw the church over down the bottom. There was a wedding going on, so I couldn't film down there, or I couldn't talk. Halfway up there's the treasury, which people just look at so they can have a break from the stairs. Getting your steps in going up here. Get some pretty good views up here.
The dome of St. Stephen's Basilica tops out at 96 metres, the same as the prideful height of the Parliament across the river. This is due to regulations in Budapest, so no buildings can go over 96 metres. It has something to do when the first Hungarian Magyars came to the area in the year 896, when the kingdom was born. So you won't see any high-rise buildings, you'll just see the Parliament and the Basilica rising above the rest.
On my way up to the Fisherman's Bastion. Again, it's on top of a hill, so it's a lovely walk in 37-degree heat. Trying to get some sunset. Maybe not sunset, but twilight views. Alright, now I'm at the Fisherman's Bastion. Just in time for the sun to go down and all the lights to come on. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad view from up here. I can see why it's very busy. But yeah, once everything lights up, after about 9, well, it was 9 PM tonight. Very nice views of the Parliament, and yeah, even looking back at the bastions. Very freaking nice. Just got to fight for your spot. You got to find a spot in one of those little archways or on the stairs, but nah, definitely come up here at night. Or sunset, sit on the steps and wait for the lights to come on. That would have been nice, watching the lights come on over in the Parliament. Now the walk back downhill. Let's have a look at this view back in the bastions. There you go. Yeah, it's like Disney. Ooh, might go grab a beer.
You could come to Budapest just for the nightlife, and a lot of people do. From the ruin bars to the karaoke, to the bars where you can just stand out on the street with a beer and talk to anyone you want. You definitely have to have a night out here, and I definitely did, and I didn't film enough of it, so there's not much to show, but I'm sure you can imagine what happened. And this is a good note to end the video on. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see where I'm off to next.